One of the ways that our clients are looking to obtain residency in a very common way is by purchasing real estate in Serbia. Now, the question has come up more often than not is what are the processes of obtaining a mortgage in Serbia as a foreigner? Now, many of the clients that we worked with, they'll come in here with cash in hand and purchase property outright, regardless of the type of property. So this could be an apartment, this can be a house, this can be a house with some land on it. There are some restrictions as to what you can buy as a foreigner, such as agricultural land and something that is close to the military bases. But for the most part, all land is accessible to foreigners in Serbia. Now, the past 2 weeks, I've had a couple consultations with clients or prospective clients that are looking to move to Serbia, either from the UK, from Malaysia, from the United States, and they're asking what are the ways and options for us as foreigners to obtain a mortgage in Serbia. And that's something that I even had to go out and do research on because heck, I even bought my properties outright here in Serbia, but not that many people have that option or want to take that option. Some people look at mortgages as a good thing, and I'm not here to criticize or judge each and every individual as to if it's good for you, if it's not good for you. Everybody has their reasons why. Everybody has a story why. Is it a business investment? Is it something that you're looking to set money aside for something else before you pay off your house? Whatever it might be, everyone has an option as to how they want to obtain their property, and sometimes a mortgage is something that they're looking to do. Now, you can, as a foreign national, obtain a mortgage. However, there are some very strict conditions when it comes to obtaining a mortgage as a foreign national. Now, the one thing you have to do is to first have your temporary residency here in Serbia, and then you also have to demonstrate a credit history in Serbia. You cannot bring your credit history from a foreign country and say, hey, listen, this is what I've done in Germany. This is what I've done in Australia. This is what I've done in my current country. That is not going to hold water when you come to apply for a mortgage here in Serbia, because one, your life is completely changed from what your current situation was in your home country to now. What is your job here and what it was back in your home country are two different things. And so you have to demonstrate a credit history within Serbia, either through, having a job of some sort, which is typically the only way a bank will give you a mortgage. One of the things that we don't have here in Serbia is banks that will help out people that are entrepreneurs. If you are an entrepreneur, it's going to be very difficult. And what I mean by entrepreneur is someone who is self-employed, someone who makes their own money and isn't guaranteed a paycheck. Banks typically will refuse giving you a mortgage here in Serbia because they want to make sure that you have a clear and concise way of getting paid. Now, one way that you can get around that is, for instance, setting up a LLC for yourself here in Serbia and then becoming an employee of that LLC and then providing a paycheck for yourself through your own LLC and then showing that you are actually obtaining pay stubs. Is that a little bit longer process? Yes. Is that something that we can do for you here at Relocation Serbia? Absolutely. We can absolutely set you up in that manner and help you become an employee of your own LLC. That way you can own your own business, be self-employed, but at the same time, when you're going to apply for that mortgage, you have some sort of credit history here in Serbia and you're actually getting paid by a Serbian country, which is also something that the banks will look at. Now, if you are a non-resident of Serbia, you can completely, not even think about applying, because they are not going to give just any willy-nilly bank from here, and then you skip town, and then you're nowhere to be found. They want you to actually be someone who's a resident here in Serbia, and so that you have some sort of ties here. You're going to have a place to live. You're going to have utilities hooked up. You're going to have whatever it might be, and a job on top of that. And you're going to want to have a job for at least a year to build up that credit history. And so if you're here for at least a year, the chances of you just jumping town or skipping town, for that matter, is going to be a lot less, and the banks like having someone who's going to be sticking around and paying that note when the bill is due. Now, if you do qualify to apply for a mortgage, what are some documents and what is the application process for the mortgage here? And this all may vary from bank to bank, so don't shoot the messenger if you're going to a bank and looking to apply for a mortgage and they're asking for an extra document or an extra piece of paper, because of course here in Serbia the model always is that you're one paper short. And so what the law says and what the banks actually require, and this goes for various processes. We've had clients that said, hey, listen, I went in there, I gave them everything that they need, but they asked for something that's not even on their website, that wasn't even told by me. And that's just how it goes. And so that's why when we help our clients out, we know what those secret papers are for the most part, and so those processes go a little bit easier. But the first one is going to be, like I said, proof of employment and income. You're going to have a confirmation of current employment and the average income over the past 6 months from whoever that's paying you. So that could be either an employer here in Serbia or your own LLC. Now, there is one question that arises. Hey, listen, what if I am a self-employed individual that pays myself? That doesn't apply. You have to have an actual physical paycheck that shows deductions for social securities, for health cares, for taxes in Serbia. That's how it goes. If you're going to go on the flat rate tax system that they have here for entrepreneurs, that's not going to cut it. You need to actually be employed by a company. And with that said, you're going to have to provide pay slips from your employer for the past 6 months. You're going to have to show them bank transaction history for the past 12 months typically, and an employment contract that shows that you have employment there, that shows that you're in good standings, and that's something that you're able to do within your own LLC. You're able to create your own contracts because the LLC is a completely different entity from the employee that's being hired. And so you can, as a director of your own LLC, be employed within that LLC. And you're also going to want to provide, or the bank may want to pull, a credit bureau report, which is going to look at everything within the country of Serbia and the income earned, and if you have credit cards, so on and so forth. And some other additional considerations that you're going to want to look at is what is the interest rates and what terms are you looking to apply for. Serbia does have a little bit higher interest rates than what they do have in North America, and that's simply because the North American banks are a little bit stronger than the Serbian banks when it comes to economic progression. Is that also maybe a factor because we're not part of the EU? Could be, possibly, but Serbian banks are fairly strong regardless how you look at it. And so they do offer various mortgages. They do offer fixed rate terms. They offer variable rate terms. And one thing is that some banks will even offer mortgages up to 40 years. Do I recommend a 40-year mortgage? No, because I simply look at it, you're paying more. I would rather get a short-term mortgage and pay an extra payment a year. But like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, everyone has their options and reasons as to what they want to do. You're also going to need legal assistance when it comes to having this done. So having a real estate lawyer, which of course we at Relocation Serbia have on hand, and the lawyer that we currently use has been in the real estate industry for, I believe it's 6, if not 7 years. So they're very well versed in the real estate market. And then you're also going to need a notary public also as well to notarize certain documents to make them legal and binding for the purchase of that property. Very much the same as what you would have in your home country, wherever you're coming from. However, especially in North America, a notary public can be also a lawyer in your home country, where in Serbia you will have 2 different people you'll need to visit. A notary is not a lawyer, so you can't be like, well, I have a lawyer, can't they notarize it? No, you actually have to go to a notary here, and if you want a recommendation to one, we can also recommend that as well. So that is the basis of obtaining a mortgage here as someone who's coming here as a foreigner. If you have any questions, you can feel free to book a consultation with me or our team and discuss what are your ways of obtaining residency through real estate, or what is your options through a real estate purchase, and what are some banks that we recommend. There's various banks here, and everyone has a different option. All of them have different fees when it comes to obtaining a mortgage, and what you decide to choose, what's best for you, always comes down to what you can afford. I hope that you gain some great insight into this video and into purchasing a property with a mortgage involved. If you did like this video, please hit that thumbs up so that this information can get out to the people that want it. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so, and hit that bell notification so that you can get notified when the next video comes out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.